Moje życzenie, zakończę nas. Przeciwnik za mieczem!
Released in the glorious year of 1999, Close Combat 3 is a Second World War tactical and meat-grinding simulator.
No tears at the meat grinder, just fun!
And it's also the greatest real-time tactical game ever created. Don't believe me? You're wrong.
Wrong.
Someone else tell you otherwise? They're wrong.
Wrong.
You getting ready to type Gates of Hell Ostfront into the comments section?
Very nice words, but happens to be wrong.
While there are many other fantastic titles that each in their own right can stand alone, no title does what it's supposed to do quite as well as Close Combat 3.
All of this just works.
Do you hate hexes?
Oh my god, I hate this.
Do you like watching tiny pixelated men die?
This is the greatest thing I have ever seen in my life!
Well then get the fuck ready for casualties. The kind of decimating combat force altering casualties that are only acceptable in Russia. Close Combat 3 is ultimate simplicity in delivery, with just the right amount of macro and not so much micro that you're gouging out your own eyeballs with a spoon because you forgot to push a button to have your squad throw an anti-tank grenade.
Just do your jobs! Just do your jobs!
There's no base building, no resource acquisition, you never need Vespane gas.
We require more Vespane gas.
Your only job is to guide your squad through the breakneck white-knuckle hellscape of the Eastern Front. So if Close Combat 3 is truly the holy grail of real-time tactics gaming, why have I never heard of it? Why has my favorite GameTuber never played it? Why does it look like some shit my grandpa would own?
Oh, you mean a grandpa's guitars? A grandpa's guitars. That's for pussies, a grandpa's? I think you know it.
Well, that's because the hidden gem inside this hidden gem is actually hidden deep within the multiplayer, which is really, really difficult to get to function nowadays. Seriously, I tried to get this to work playing with someone in Ireland, and it was not happening. However, if you can crack that nut and get this multiplayer functioning on this ancient dinosaur of a game, you can experience the greatest tactical play of your lifetime. So now that you've heard me talk it up, what's it all about? What's it like? What's going on with gameplay? In Close Combat 3, you can do damn near anything. You can play campaign, you can play operations from a campaign, you can play single missions, but most importantly, you can create your own scenarios. This includes the ability to create multi-map operations that go on for up to 15 days. And yes, if you wanted to, you could make those 15 real-time days, because you can set an in-game timer to determine how long the matches last. Decide what your objectives are, what they're called even. Decide force requisition points, weather conditions, ammunition supply, and force composition. Then lead your force through epic, intense firefights. Close Combat 3 offers an insane amount of player feedback, so you can know exactly what's going on the battlefield. You'll literally know how many rounds each man has left to fire. Decide when to shoot, when to ambush, when to throw smoke, and when to move rapidly or when to sneak. Close Combat gives you detailed control of all units under your command. Modding! The Close Combat series in general has long had a talented modding community, but the best of the modding resides in Close Combat 3. When I was a kid, my uncle and I modded this game so tanks would sound like they're firing Star Trek weapons. So like if you've never seen like a Czech 38 like fire a photon torpedo, then you know you're missing out on something. Maps! Maps are an important part of the greater downloadable content. Have you ever gotten bored playing the same maps? Of course you have. With Close Combat 3, the amount of maps is seemingly infinite. Play map after map after map, never seeing the same terrain. I'm not saying all the downloadable maps are good. I'm not even saying they all work, but they're there. There's hundreds of them. Units! When it comes to variety of unit selection and the ability to watch individual units, squads, and operators perform, Close Combat 3 is unparalleled. I'm not even going to try to cover the amount of units in this game, but if you've ever wanted unit diversity, here it is. It's right here. Look at all those goddamn units. And the extensive modding only makes this greater, with different mods introducing different units and different balances. So I know what you're saying. Yeah, alright, it's epic, it's amazing. But should I really fork over my hard-earned Skrilla and force-feed it to the developers like that Donuts in Hell scene from The Simpsons? Well, son, look deep into your heart and ask yourself a couple serious questions. Do you have a passing interest in the Eastern Front? Do you find yourself thinking about Stalingrad? Like a lot?
You know, the Red Army shot 16,000 of their own men at Stalingrad.
Okay.
Do you own a Mosin Nagant? Are you the type of person who wakes up every day with a burning desire to preserve the Soviet Union and drive the invader out of Mother Russia? Well then, head over to Steam or GOG or eBay or wherever the hell you can get a hold of this game these days and whip out somewhere between like $8 and $40, or like maybe there's a sale sometimes. I don't know. It kind of varies in price, but you can generally find the game out there. You're just gonna have to, you know, figure out what works best on your computer, I guess. And take home your copy of Close Combat 3 today. And seriously, if somebody can figure out how to get the multiplayer running, like I will play this game with you. Just, you know, hit me up and get at me on Discord or in the comments or something like that.